Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to the Ohio Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. I'm, as always, your host, AR, the Ohio Patriot. And this was supposed to be another gaming chat for Walking Dead survivors. Unfortunately, can't really do that anymore because for some reason, I'm guessing it's the Roost version update that they did the other day. It won't allow me to actually stream in StreamYard and be able to do stuff now, which is really, really odd. I don't understand it at all. Because it used to be I was able to go and just grab up the thing and it would just show you the actual thing there. But now every time I try to do it, this is what comes up. And it's basically just my StreamYard there. So it's almost like it's frozen to the one screen or something. So I don't know if it's a StreamYard issue or if it's a Walking Dead Survivors issue that they didn't update properly or whatever with a plugin or something, or what exactly it is, which sucks because, again, I love to stream this game, and unfortunately you can't do that anymore. And it's just like, damn, dude. But what I was going to say, though, even though we can't technically stream right now, so obviously we got Clan Legends coming out tomorrow in game, which I'm debating if we want to do at this point. Honestly, I'll probably just do I always say I'll do the basics and not doing more than that or whatever. But like this time around, I'm dead serious about just doing like the basics is what it is. And then like obviously it would be, I think the last time I did like the basics is what it was as well, and then just would grab a couple legendary ones here and there for the what do you call it now? For okay, I'm trying to think what I'm saying now. It would be the basic stuff for doing what should you get there, and then from there it would basically go from everything else then. And as of right now, I want to say what we're in currently, I believe we are in a build train animal train right now in this, which we are. So I am going to go to my one account in this that I believe was almost at a level 25 town hall and update that, obviously. And go from there, basically, is what it would be. And I'm trying to see where I'm at right now here. I'm not sure if that already updated with another thing or not, because I know one was supposed to be pretty close. Oh, actually, they're both pretty close. So I'm going to go ahead and actually stop doing on that one. Jump on my phone. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here since we can't do it on the screen anymore for some stupid ass reason. So going into that account here. Obviously, that's what it should be on the screen right now. But unfortunately, again, like I said, I don't know if it's the plugin or what the issue is there. So this will probably be the last one of these kind of streams on this channel is what it is, unfortunately, until people fix their shit or, they don't. And it's just the end of it is what it is, which it's whatever at that point, honestly, dude. But it does piss me off, though, because it's like, it was nice to be able to just do that, honestly. Be able to do that and talk to people about content and stuff like that is what it is. But yeah, right now I have like 3 hours left on a level 24 meat locker, and I have just under 9 hours left right now on my 24 town hall into 25. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go click 7 hours. Takes us down to 1 hour and 39 minutes. And then take another 45 minutes off of this. And now we're right there with the cool little free thing. So grab that. Got our 25 town hall. So that should have actually knocked us into something else, if I'm not mistaken. Probably all the way up, actually. Yep. Put us into 7th place. Unlocked all of our stuff right there for all of our goodies. All the way down to the Pamela Frags at the bottom. Or not Pamela, Paula Frag. Yeah. No, it's Pamela. Yeah, Pamela Frags at the bottom there. So get all that stuff. Collect our 6 hours of speed up stuff. Get Pamela Frags, get that stuff. Grab our free thing right there at the bottom for a helmet. When you get to 25, grab. And then, let's see, going from there, trying to figure out which one of these is what now. I think it would have been that dude, maybe. Okay, so right now we're starting all of our stuff for these things. It will be, so you'd go, first of all, we do, I believe the meat locker would be one that we would actually go do right now. Up to 24. Takes us down to 2 guys. So we got 3 things we can do right now. So what we're going to start is we're actually going to start 3 different things right now, which would be, we're going to do a 24 and a 25 well. We're going to do a meat locker, or we're going to do, butcher shop from 24 to 25. And then we're going to do our, where's that here now? Our farm from 24 to 25, which right now without will take almost 23 days. And then from there, we're basically going to ask for the stuff that we need right now, get the stuff that we need right now, and then we will be where we need to be for the And what's interesting is doing those 2 builds right there gave me all of my free shit for the construction then, for the different things. So, and that's usually what it takes to get that, honestly, but that's nice because now we got a bunch of extra wood at some point, as well as a bunch of things to make various other stuff. So that's done for the time being. That being said, I don't know if we're 100% done on this because we still need to do our thing for the currently. Grab those. All right, gonna gas for the architect so we can start building things then. Let's see. What time is that then? Motherfucker. I hate this fucking... The only thing I hate about this shit is that I just remembered we're in the stupid time period of history where you basically have to wait 3 hours to get stuff done because people don't actually have somebody scheduled for this 4-hour window in game between 5 a.m. and 8 a.m., aka 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. And so I basically have to sit here and wait for that for another 3 hours until I actually get this what it be. So that obviously sucks ass. But yeah, so we got 3 that are not going to be getting done anytime soon as it'll be then, which is fine. It's fine. But yeah, we'll have all those will be updated at some point though, so it'll be, and hopefully start getting shit done then. Because I know for a fact when it does the 22 days and stuff like that, it'll be down to at least like 20 days or so, maybe 19 days or so when it's all said and done to do the various goes. And then on top of that, you'll also have the what am I trying to say there? You'll also end up having all that stuff be able to be gotten then, is what it is. And I'm thinking how many days I got for the other thing. Okay. So I got, how many days is the well or the wall right now? 27. That's a good question, actually, now I'm thinking about it. Like, would it be smarter to start a wall in 2 of these builds and then start the 3rd build tomorrow then? I'm thinking maybe. Because I got like roughly a day and a half right now to speed up this build. Not have anywhere near that amount of time right now. Currently, I got about 15-ish hours or so that I could add to that. So I'm thinking maybe just do that. Start the wall whenever the shit comes back then. And then it would be from there, you would have the wall get done. You would have the what am I trying to say now? Yeah, everything starts in 12 hours. That's cool. Yeah, you'd have the wall get done it would go from 27 hours to, or 27 days and some change to like probably like 23, 24, something like that. And then you would have everything else go to like from 22, almost 23, so it'd be 22 days, 21 hours and some change to I think like 20 or 19 days with the discount. So you'd have the wall going for about 24 days. You would have all these other builds going at the same time. And then from there, you'd have to get the other stuff that would be like the tower and whatnot done after that, which is going to take another couple weeks is what it would be then. So we basically would get the most important thing I think right now would be, actually, now I think about it, because it's going to take that long, it might be worth it to just do all the other builds then first, and then wait like a day, and then do the wall build after the post office is updated to 22 then, because the reason I say that obviously is from the point of view of having, trying to think what I'm saying now, would be the fact that you're still having like extra time for every other thing based on that fact, compared to the wall build that's just going to have itself be done. And then when it's done, it'll just be done, versus everything else that's going to have it's basically prerequisites to the things that actually need to be finished for the 25 builds then for the stable, police station and fire station. So I think maybe that's the way to go right now, is start all those first, and then let those have like another, day or so to do what needs to be done. And then from there, it would be getting everything else done then, and starting up and finishing off the other stuff then is what it would be. So I think that's probably how I'm going to end up doing it, is what it is, just because of the fact that I think that's a better way to finish things. And so you end up having another situation where it would be, instead of wasting time where you'd have the wall build finished, and then you'd have basically having to wait for one of the other builds to finish or whatever, you could essentially let the wall do that 27-day build or whatever. And then meanwhile, you have all the 22-day ones go in, finish those off a little bit early as it would be. And then you would have that extra time left over to then go into the well and the barns and stuff like that to finish those off, or the meat locker or whatever it is. And then that be the case, it would be a situation of having your priorities maximized properly and stuff, because then you would have the ability to then go and have everything done and ready to roll for the actual 40-day something builds for the other ones then, when it's all said and done. If you guys catch my drift on that one, which I think you do, honestly. I know it's like a roundabout way of doing things, but I think that's the way to do it, honestly, because I think I've done it the other way before with the main account, and it did not work out well on that main account, just because of the fact that it was like it was wasting time, basically, is what it was, where you had stuff happening there, and it just didn't go the way it needed to go, is what it was then. So, yeah, I think this is definitely a better way to do it, and I think this is how I'm going to go about it this time around with this go around. And from there, it's basically, do what needs to be done kind of thing, is what it would be then. So, anyway. But, check my second account here, see if there's anything I want to drop down a little bit of time on. Probably drop down the meat locker by a day or so, or pretty close to a day, just because of the fact that I would want to have that for stuff here in a little bit, is what it is. Grab my training stuff from there, grab everything else from the other ones, and then go from there, basically. But yeah, so basically what it is you have the ability to do a much better game setup, is what it is, if you're doing things in the correct manner, versus like not realizing what you're really doing and then sort of half-assing, is what it is at the time. Which is the only good thing about having backup accounts and stuff too, because then it's like, okay, well, this is how I fucked up in the main account. Like, this is what I need to do elsewhere now, so that it's not like the same, just middling around and stuff like that, when I could have been doing something through the other times and stuff like that with a different set of builds is what it is. So, but yeah, I think this is a good set of builds right now that I'm gonna have rolling here in a couple hours is what it is then. And from there, it'll basically just be that. It'll be building everything there, getting everything done, doing what needs to be done, finishing off various things, and then going is what it's going to be. So, yeah, I think it'll be worthwhile when it's all said and done here. And hopefully I'll be able to do what needs to be done then to get this all finished then. So, and by then it'll be probably, I don't know, a couple months from now is what it'll be then. That'll actually have this done. So it'll be like probably mid-July to early August then, I think, is when these builds will all be finished then for that account to actually get to the 25 level and then have the T9s that I can build and stuff like that, which is the only nice thing about the 2, by the way, is that you can then have everything else ready to roll and be able to actually do what needs to be done to work on T10 stuff, which really, honestly, and this is the only thing I hate about the game is what it is, the flasks that are needed to do technology in the interim for cavalry, for melee, and for sharpshooters to get to that T10 is absolutely ridiculous, dude. And it 100% favors pay to wins. It always does. That's the problem with microtransaction gaming in general. And this is what I've said in this game before, dude. It's always going to favor the pay to win people because it's going to be the free to play players like myself that get fucked over in the long run because we're not willing to throw down the cash because we physically can't afford to, is what it is, especially in this inflation economy. And you end up having us basically, sort of dig for scraps and stuff like that. And then it becomes a situation of like, okay, what can we do that's only going to last like a few days or whatever before we can do this other build now? And then the problem with that is even when you're doing the season 2 stuff, all that stuff costs flasks too. So it's like, it's either several hundred, it's like, 250, 300 flasks, whatever it is for various things to go up to T10 and shit like that, or more depending. And then the other ones for like, the various resource management stuff or like, downing rations and things like that. It's like 30 to 40 or so, give or take, depending on the level of what it is there. So it's like, bro, like, stop forcing me to fucking use flasks for those things. And I can actually save the damn things up for the other ones that I want to do with. And so, yeah, it's really a pain in the ass when it comes to tech. And I could totally see why people would not want to do certain tech and stuff like that. Or just have like an empty tech box sitting there for days at a time or whatever. My thing is, I think there's only been a couple times where I've actually had that ever sit empty is what it is on any of the accounts, just because of the fact when I realized like how much you need to do and stuff. I've always been working towards these goals now is what it is. And I'm almost done in the one from my main account. It's just going to take a couple more goes is what it is. And really it comes down to flasks at that point, which is going to be like a few weeks from now that I'm going to have to be able to get those over times with the 8-hour things and, 18 at a time there and hopefully get the stuff in the world events and get like 5 to 20 at a time there, depending on if it's the common green one or the actual legendary ones and stuff that I'm getting for rewards there. And overall, that's how you basically save those things. Then I refuse to use clan points for those just because of the fact that to me that's just pissing away money when you could have you're basically using like 20 points or sorry like 20,000 or yeah, is it 20,000? I don't know. It's like literally like 10 less things than you would need for an hour of speed ups. And my thing is, it's like, no, I'm not going to use like that many for a friggin' one single thing that's not going to do anything for me versus like an hour of time that I'm now saving for 10, I think it's like 10,000 more or whatever then. So yeah, needless to say, it's much better overall to do that stuff than to do the other one. So, but anyways, so that's pretty much it for the day though. I'm going to get back to it here and we will be back at it again here at some point. Hopefully, like I said, they'll fix this shit someplace or somewhere or whatever. We can actually do this the right way then and do these chats again where we can actually show our friggin' thing on the damn screen. That's not just going to come up with some weird shit. where it's literally just showing me now. And that's exactly what it's doing. It's still framing, dude. That's weird. Yeah, that is super weird. It's like, it's every time I start the game now, that's what it's doing. It's doing like this weird still frame issue. So it's not actually going to the game then. So again, I'm not sure if that's from StreamYard's side or if that's from the game side, but either way, one or both the companies need to get their shit together and fucking fix the issue is what it is, dude. So, just ridiculous, dude. But anyway, like I said, though, until that gets fixed, till that issue gets, worked out or whatever, and the kinks get fixed there, nothing's going to be happening on the game side for a while now. And it's just unfortunate because, I like to do these gaming chats and stuff like that. It's a way to get, away from the real world for a little bit of time anyway. And if you can't do that, then you're just kind of, stuck back in the real world again. And you're just like, I hate this world. So, but anyway, like I said, though, hopefully it'll be fixed. Hopefully somebody will fix the issues and we'll get back to normal then. We can get back to these gaming chats then for real. Otherwise, next time you guys see me, I'll just be doing another grandstand or something. I still need to do the Oathbreakers episode 2 for that piece of crap, Justin Holland in Texas there, who scumbagged and broke his oath by voting through gun control into a House vote because he's a fucking scumbag sack of shit. Rhino sellout. And yeah. Dude doesn't need me in office anymore after that, man. And hopefully somebody will definitely primary his ass there in Texas next year. And send that motherfucker packing is what it is. Along with a lot of these people that claim to be pro 2A and really aren't. So, or they'll just say they're 2A and like half-assly vote for 2A stuff as like party line vote kind of things. And then turn around and scumbag it like they did today is what it was. Well, it wasn't today that happened, but it was like a couple weeks ago is what it was. But yeah, even still, it's like they say one thing one day and then they do something else the next day or whatever it is, or a couple days later or a week later, proving that they're actually just a scumbag. So it's unfortunate. It really is. And until we deal with that as a society, nothing's ever really going to change what it is, man. Until we start kicking these people out and taking their jobs and stuff like that, nothing's ever going to change what it is. So, but either way, like I said, Walking Dead game's fun. I started watching the episode of Fear that came out recently as well. And I'm not going to lie, man. It is not good. It really isn't. Like, it was probably one of the worst episodes I've seen in a while. And that was after a season that was just terrible. Like, I don't know if it's the writing or the acting or both at this point. It's like everybody's sort of phoning it in, So, I don't know. It doesn't feel like it used to be. It felt good at one point. And now it just feels like a chore to watch these kind of shows, dude. So, who knows? Hopefully it'll improve sometime there, but you never know, man. I doubt it will, honestly, just because it's fucking, AMC, and they're just like, oh, well, it's zombie stuff, so people are going to watch it, and it's like, not always, dude. When we see it sucks. So, again, we'd rather just play the game then at that point, or do whatever then, if that'd be the case. So, anyways. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this little update. I was going to obviously do the Magna pulls, but unfortunately, because of everything that happened here, I decided to just do them the other day is what it was. So yeah, all 3 accounts now have Magna in them, so that's cool. And then we got, I believe the second or third account has a Jesus in it, and then we got the other one that's got a bunch of frags for it, and I think it's pretty close to getting a Jesus. And then we got the other ones that are just basically working on Laura and stuff like that. All 3 of them are working on Laura, Adventure Laura now. So, and those will eventually get there, as well as Teenage Carl for that matter. And actually, I forget which count was yesterday. I actually pulled a little 5 set of season Ricks for the fragments and stuff, which it does irritate the hell out of me that they're done 5 at a time like that, because it's like, dude, give me a chance to get like 10 or 20 or even 50 for that matter. Like a full dude is what it is then. Because I'm pretty sure it's just fragments. It's not actual pools for the people. Because I'm at that particular little because they brought back, obviously what I'm talking about is they brought back the limited time ones is what it is. And as far as I'm aware, they don't even do that stuff when it comes to how many, if it's going to be like a full guy or not. And then on top of that, like with the other ones that are on there all the time that have like a guaranteed something at 10 pulls is what it is. These limited time ones don't have that at all. It's basically you could go do 15, 20 pulls and not have any fragments at all, dude. Because I've done that the other day. I was doing that for the radio and radio grab events. And yeah, I did like 12, 14 pulls or something like that to get to whatever I needed to get to for the actual rewards and stuff. And not one of them had any fragments in them at all. It was either 100K combat experience stuff, or it was medals or something. Or I think the one might have been like a universal fragment, or it was a like epic fragment or something like that. And I'm just like, bro, what the fuck? Like, come on now. Like, this RNG is garbage. So, I don't know. I'm seriously wondering if they don't have something in the system where it just, like, after X amount of time or whatever, it just resets then. Like, if you get enough fragments to get, like, one of the guys or whatever, if it takes, like, 50 or 100 or whatever it is then it just resets back to, like, that original time is what it would be then. So it would be, like, another, like, 50 or 100 pulls to get, like, another set of fragments and stuff. So, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, it's a pain in the ass too, especially when they only give you a few days to do it, is what it is. I think it's like a week or so, give or take, like a week to 9 days, somewhere in there. And that time eats up very quickly when you can only do X amount of pulls a day, is what it is. When you're not paying to win, is what it is, dude. So again, goes back to the incentivization of like being a pay to win then, which I'm not going to physically do that because I can't afford to do, is what it is. So anyway, damn if you do, damn if you don't, really is what it is at the end of the day, man. So. But that's pretty much where we're at for the day, though. That being said, for those that don't know, that haven't played the game for a long time or haven't really played the game at all, is what it is. The thing for the 2-month build for the library there, yeah, I did that the other day, and without any speed up or without any region buffs and stuff like that, it was like 59 days to do a level 25 library. So it's gonna take forever to get that done. But the only thing that's good about that is during that time, I will be able to get to the actual ultimate thing for the cavalry and hopefully be able to get that started at some point here if I can get enough flasks together in that time period or whatever. And then from there, it would be just a matter of time then to actually getting that cavalry dude is what it would be then, and being able to unlock T10s then, because that being said, I could then go from building T9s into T10s. And technically, I think the way it would work actually is if I unlock T10, I can actually just bypass T9 entirely and go straight to T10 from T8 then. So it'd be the troop level of 8 would just go into doing 10s instead of 9s. And if that be the case, then, like, holy shit, man, that's going to be a fucking game changer. That being said, though, it'll probably be like double the amount of time that to do them is what it would be, which sucks ass because right now it's like, I think 7-ish hours to do a couple hundred from 8 to 9. And I'm guessing, honestly, it would be like 15 hours or something or more even if I go to from T8 to T10 then. So, but that being said, though, I could also have, T10s then. It would be nice because then I could just start building those out, cranking those out, day at a time, whatever the case be. And then eventually it becomes a situation of, okay, I go from like almost nothing to, oh, hey, look, I now have this built and stuff. Now I'm all badass now kind of thing is what it would be, all from being a free-to-play player over the time span of like a year roughly is what it is. Because by the time I'll be able to do this and say I've actually been able to do it is what it is, it'll be more, I think it'll be over a year then at that point from start to finish then, because that was right after the 4th of July of last year was when I started playing this game. So it'd be coming up on a year right now is what it is, a couple months from now. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens, though. And I think, honestly, when it's all said and done, though, it will definitely be a nice payoff is what it'll be because, and that's the one thing, like when you're attacked and stuff like that during these kill events or these different, various events like that is what it is. It's not fun, man, because when you start losing like crazy amounts of troops in one go, and then you realize like, hey, look at how much work I put into that versus like the guy that's just paying to win and just knocking you out in like one shot kind of thing. Like, not cool, bro. Not cool at all. And then, yeah, that's pretty much where it's at, though. So, anyway. But that's pretty much it for the day, though. So, hopefully you guys enjoy this episode, and I will see you all in the next one with a new grandstand.